welcome back. Sorry we haven't done many blogs or posts on our socials lately. We've had a fair bit going on, to be honest. Been trying to do a new update, new start for ViniFab to be hopefully released at the start of the new year. So Josh behind the camera has been helping us out and helped heaps with that. We've got a couple other people helping us, so thanks to them. So that will be a complete new website with all our products on there, with all our suppliers' products on there as well. So we should be able to be a one-stop shop now for all the builds in-house. Also trying to do another website for some other exciting things which we'll release in the new year. But we thought we'd wrap things up with a little bit of a blog post to prove to you guys that we actually have been doing some work for the last couple of months. Where we're at with a few builds, what builds are going on at the moment. So this motor here is for a GDR that we're doing a restoration, kind of resto mod I guess you could call on it at the moment. So goal is anywhere between 700 and 900 horse. We're running a few of our suppliers' parts on this to see how they work, see if we can get the combo right. So it's a full bulk 2.6. It's got the Calford treatment up the top, and a lot of goodies in the bottom end, knitter rods, pistons, etc, etc. So we're just waiting on the gearbox setup and the sump before we can chuck this back in the car. It has got one of the new 8 HP, I guess DCT gearbox setups coming from Australia for it. So really excited to see what that is like for everyday driving compared to going to the track. So we'll show you some more of that in the new year. Got most of the parts here now for it, so once we get back from our holiday we're going to get into this full steam. Yeah. This is Clayton's FC. This came from down south, so he's been sitting in a garage for 20 years apparently. So he's bought a full cut Bridgeport motor for it. It's got a few goodies on it. Just run into a few issues along the way. Got a manifold that's made in America, so obviously it's only made for left-hand drive vehicles. So the front wastegate actually hits the steering rack. Turbo pretty much puts the exhaust into the steering shaft. So we're going to take that off, he's going to send it back and we're going to make a new one of ours. I'm going to make a new radiator, an oil cooler, an intercooler to make, full exhaust, pretty much the whole thing. He's just dropped it off as a roller. John will do the wiring, Mark will tune it, full package. So should be aimed between 450 and 500 horse. This is James's 20B Cosmo from Auckland, I believe he's from. So this is pretty much all done from us. There is a few minor things to do on this, but pretty much all the fabrication's done, all the hard lines are done, minus the power steering lines. Still going to do the power steering lines because we're running electric power steering pump in the boot. But James just finished the radiator overflow tank, the window washer tank. It's still come out really nice. Still going to weld up the intake, the TI intake pipe. But it's going to go off to our mate Jason over the Christmas break. He is going to do the wiring on this one. But yeah, absolutely amazing job. It's looking way better than what we could ever imagine. James is wrapped. So yeah, hopefully start of next year you guys will see this one go. So this is the interior of the Cosmo. When it turned up to us, there must have been a party of mice living underneath the carpet. We thought it was only in the front, but we found out it's actually in the back as well. So we've just removed everything out, sanitised and vacuumed everything. So just running the water meth line and the battery line inside the car, because the problem with the Cosmo, there's not much of a chassis rail underneath, so there's not much room to run a soft line or power wire safely. So we've run the fuel lines inside the tunnel as a hard line, and we'll run a drive shaft hoop at each end. We're going to have to do the same with the power steering lines. But yeah, so pretty much sorting out to do all the rewiring because there's been a clutch pedal that's been installed. Still got to do the remote shifter for the gearbox, but yeah, it's starting to get there. So we got Ben's Chaser, so we just got the new Hypertune intake on it. That is at J&T Performance up north. They did a back-to-back dyno testing between a stock intake and an aftermarket intake front facing, and there was a 100 horsepower difference by not changing anything else. So of course we decided we want to go for the Hypertune one. Goal for this is around 650, 700 horse. So Calfa goodies all up above, and yeah, supporting mods everywhere else. So hopefully we have this running by the end of next week and finished in the new year. Alright, next up we've got Cade's 626. It's a beautiful car. Cade's done a very nice job of it. It's come down to us to do an injector setup, so it's come from the North Island. So we're going to do an injector setup on it. It was just changing it from carb to injected, now it's gone radiator, oil cooler, new diff. So yeah, so we're trying to aim to have this for RE. So we've got the FI hardware set up on it now. I'm currently making a new radiator and oil cooler for it. Yeah, so this is full steam trying to get this sorted. I guess I could show you some of the radiators and oil cooler, radiator and oil cooler we're building for it as well. Alright, so we've got the radiator and the oil cooler. So this is a PWR base core, our custom made end tanks. I've just tacked them on just to test fit it, and then I'll take it off and work out where my in and out is going to be, and then put my divider plate on, so it'll be a twin flow. So they'll weld that up, and then we'll put our top and bottom plate on it, and then put it in the car and mount it. Just going to build up our end tanks for our radiator. So I don't know if many of you have seen radiator cores before, but we cut our header plates down, so usually they got a fold on both sides, so we'll cut probably like 3 or 4 mil off both sides, and then you can get a nice weld around it, prep both sides, get rid of the flux. So try to get that done next week, and then got a few other things we've got going on at the moment. So Steve at STR down the road has just helped us make these. We were hand making these all the time, so we thought it was about time that we laser cut them. So they're just the little sensor on the side of the sump for FD and FC, so they work for both. So they'll be available in black or silver. And then next year we've got our own sump brace coming for the FD engine. This is a sample of a few of the parts that we've been working hard on the last couple of months to try and bring to you guys. So this is obviously going to be a machined out part. This is just a sample just to make sure we've got all the notching and the holes in the right place. Get it on and off. So they'll be made out of 3mm stainless steel or titanium. We haven't worked out yet what we're going to go with, but so they'll be available in the new year. Pretty much it for the parts I want to release at the moment. I want to show you guys a few samples, but some exciting shit coming in the new year. Want to say thank you for all your support, and yeah, we'll try to do more updates as we go with these builds in the new year, and yeah, have a good Christmas and we'll see you next year.